Hello students, here in this video let me see the Faraday's experiment on electromagnetic induction. Faraday gives two experiments to explain the term electromagnetic induction. We know electromagnetic induction is a phenomenon of producing current by changing the magnetic field. Okay. Here in first experiment, Faraday considered a closed circuit consisting of a coil and a galvanometer and then one bar magnet. In first case, the coil is kept stationary, okay, and the magnet will be moves. Okay, here let me start the experiment. At first instant, the coil is kept stationary and the magnet also kept stationary, but near the coil. Okay, at that case, the galvanometer shows zero deflection. It is because we know galvanometer is a current sensitive device that can detect the current flow. Okay, whenever there is a flow of current in the circuit, then it shows deflection. Okay, here it shows zero deflection. That means there is no current in the circuit. If suppose the magnet is moved towards left with the velocity v1, here the north pole of the magnet facing the coil, at that instant it shows deflection towards the right because the current I is set up in a coil. Okay, then next the magnet is placed inside the coil. Okay, at that instant it shows zero deflection. Okay, then next I move the coil towards the right. At that instant it shows deflection in left side. Okay, here also the current I is set up in the coil. Then next I move the coil in faster manner towards left with the velocity v2 that is greater than the initial velocity v1. Okay, at that case it shows larger deflection on its right side. Okay, because of this current. Okay, then next I move the magnet towards left, but here in this case the south pole of the magnet facing the coil. At that instant it also shows a deflection towards left. Here in this case also the current is set up in the coil. By observing this experiment, we can conclude that whenever the magnet moves, it shows deflection. Okay, from this experiment we conclude that whenever the magnet moves, we can feel the deflection in the galvanometer. Okay, whenever the magnet moves, it produces a current, so that it produces deflection in the galvanometer. We can do this experiment with one more manner, that is, here in this case we put the coil at stationary and the magnet is moved. Okay, then next the magnet is kept stationary and the coil is moved. Okay, for that case we obtain the similar result. Okay, then it is concluded that whenever there is a relative motion between the coil and the magnet, there is a deflection in galvanometer. Okay, see, whenever there is a relative motion, that means if coil at rest or magnet moves, or magnet at rest coil moves. Okay, that is a relative motion. Whenever there is a relative motion between the coil and the magnet, see, whenever there is a relative motion between the coil and the magnet, there is a deflection in galvanometer. This indicating the current set up in the coil. This one is a Faraday's first experiment. Let me see the Faraday's second experiment. In second experiment, Faraday considered two closed circuit. Okay, this circuit consisting of a primary coil and a battery and a key. Okay, this forms a circuit. This is known as primary circuit. Then one more circuit is there, that is secondary circuit, coil S and galvanometer. Okay, this forms secondary circuit. They are placed in a close proximity, that means close to each other. Okay, initially the key is closed. At that instant the galvanometer shows a deflection in the secondary coil, because the current will start growing. Okay, current will start growing means that means it will start from 0 to 5 ampere. Okay, after reaching the maximum current it shows zero deflection. Okay, whenever there is a change in current in a primary coil, it produces deflection in a secondary coil because it set up a current in a secondary coil. Okay, then next, if suppose the circuit is broken, at that case the current drop from 5 ampere to 0 ampere, then the current is changing. At that case it shows deflection in opposite side. Here also it developed a current Is. After reaching the zero current, then it does not show any deflection. Okay, here in this experiment we observed that whenever the current changes in the primary circuit, it produces deflection in the secondary circuit. Okay, here this current is known as induced current, then this EMF is known as induced EMF. Okay, in the first experiment we found that current is known as motional current and that EMF is known as motional EMF, that is produced due to the motion of the bar magnet or motion of the coil. Okay, so that EMF is known as motional EMF. Here we get through the induction. Okay, so it is known as induced current. Okay, here in this experiment the electric current in the primary coil changes, it shows deflection in the galvanometer. Okay, that means current changes that produce current in a secondary coil. In first experiment, due to the relative motion between the coil and the magnet, it produces the current in the circuit. Okay, from the result of these two experiments, Faraday found that whenever the magnetic flux linked with a closed coil changes, EMF is induced in the circuit. Okay, this is known as electromagnetic induction. Okay, let me see the definition. From this experimental observation, he concluded that whenever the magnetic flux linked with the closed coil changes, EMF is induced and hence the electric current flow in the circuit. Okay, this current is known as induced current and the EMF giving rise to the such current is called induced current, and this phenomenon is known as electromagnetic induction. Okay, here it is a easy one. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with a closed circuit, okay, here also closed circuit, it also a closed circuit. Okay, changes, EMF is induced in the circuit. Okay, due to this EMF the electric current flow in the circuit, then this current is called induced current. Okay, the EMF giving rise to this current is known as induced EMF, then this phenomenon is known as electromagnetic induction. Okay, then one more thing, from the result of the two experiment, Faraday found that around the magnet there will be magnetic field lines. Okay, like this, here also like this. If a magnet is placed nearby the coil, the magnetic field lines due to this magnet will will be linked with the coil. Okay, that means there will be a flux linkage with the coil. If suppose I move the coil towards or away from the moves the magnet towards or away from the coil, or the coil moves towards or away from the magnet, at that case the flux linkage will change. Okay, if suppose I move towards the coil, at that time the flux increases. This increase in flux will be the responsible for producing this current. Okay, if suppose I move the magnet away from the coil, at that case the flux lines will be decreasing, that means magnetic flux decreases. At that time also it produces the induced current. Okay, here in second experiment we know whenever the current is flowing the coil, it produces magnetic field around the coil. Here the current is flowing in this direction, so it behave like a magnet like this. Okay, by right hand thumb rule, we can consider this one is north pole, this one is south pole. Okay, here the current is from 0 ampere to 5 ampere, so magnetic field lines also increases. For that case, here it produces some flux linkage. Due to this flux linkage changes, then it produces the current in the secondary coil. Okay, then for this case the current is from 5 ampere to 0 ampere, current is reducing, then the magnetic field lines also decreasing. At that case, the flux linked with the coil also decreases. This change in flux that produces the current in the secondary coil, that will be showed in this law. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with the closed coil changes, that means increased or decreased, then EMF is induced and hence electric current flow in the circuit. Okay, this is known as Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. Let me see the Faraday's first and second law. This is the Faraday first law. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with the closed coil changes, EMF is induced in a circuit which lasts in the circuit as long as the magnetic flux changing. Okay, here this law states whenever the flux is changing in a closed circuit or a coil, at that instant the EMF will be induced in the circuit. This will be produced as long as the magnetic flux is changing. Okay, then second law. First law is a qualitative law, here it is a quantitative law. Here this law states the magnitude of the induced EMF, that means the value of the induced EMF in a closed circuit is equal to the time rate of change of magnetic flux linked with the circuit. Okay, here the EMF developed in a closed circuit is always equal to the time rate, that means d by dt change of magnetic flux. Okay, d phi b by dt times equal to the magnitude of the induced EMF. Induced EMF is always equal to rate of change of magnetic flux. This is for a single turn. If suppose the coil consisting of n turns coil. Okay, for this case the EMF can be written as psi is equal to n d phi b by dt. Okay, we can write psi is equal to d n phi b. Okay, this n phi b is a flux linkage. Okay, n phi b is a flux linkage. Or total flux, we can call it as total flux. It is a product of number of turns and magnetic flux linking with each turn. Phi b is a magnetic flux linking with each turn. Okay, thank you.